Okay, so this lesson is more about a skills challenge and a practice that I do. That if you've been to any of our golf schools before in the past, you'll know that we run through this, and it's simply a skills challenge, and we have probably 100 plus skills challenges that I've picked up from pros along the way and high level collegiate coaches and also players that I found they're not about the techniques and all this. It's about a skill and a challenge to develop you and make you focus a little more, direct focus versus all this outside focus. So as you see here, I have 3 balls, but in general I do this with 5 golf balls. I take 5 golf balls out after, let's say I've worked on my technique for a little bit, and as we talk about before we get into that, the baseline on this controls everything. So remember, if you can picture a table here, the baseline is straight, not the club face. So if I have it here, the club face is not going straight down the line and down the line. It would look like a Ferris wheel like this. The shaft is on line, so it's not inside, it's not coming around, it's on this table back and through. So if you have that in your system, the odds on you being able to do this and get out of this, make five balls within 10 minutes will be a good deal. So that's the goal. The goal is to make 5 shots, 5 balls within 10 minutes, chipping. And if you can make it in 1 minute, it's not a speed race, so you don't want to get up here and start, going crazy. What you're trying to do is take your normal routine. There's not a rush. You can go. I do some cross-handed chips because it's a great way to keep the hand low. You can see here the lead hand low for being shallow, and then you've got just traditional, which looks like this. It's no difference between the two, either way you go. But I do show the cross-handed chipping. It's an interlock grip. I'll show you that before we get into the skills challenge. You can interlock. It's a reverse overlap, a reverse interlock. And what that does is it allows you to use your back hand as your lead, or your left hand, which is low, and just lead it to where you want the ball to go. It promotes using the back side of the bounce, which keeps you from doing this, which is sticking it in the ground and not getting out, or flipping it up like that. You can just lead with that lead hand and drive it through. But this really isn't about technique. We got other videos for that. This is really just to understand. Go out, put 5 balls down after you've worked on your baseline and your chipping, and try to hit different flags and try to get out of there under 10 minutes. This is a mental drill more than a physical drill, and it's a confidence drill as well. So it still goes back into the mental and kind of the mindset and gamesmanship. So it's kind of got a little bit of all 3 of those characteristics. So just take 5 balls out, hit different flags. Don't make it too easy. Don't hit the same shot in a row either. That's another little rule we do with that. I just want you to hit 1 to a long flag, hit 1 to a short flag. You can use a 9-iron. Some days I'll use a sand wedge. Some days I'm out here hitting, traditional, pitch shots like this, from 20 yards. If you get really good with your baseline, this is an easiest thing for chip and run. If you have good greens like we have great greens, it doesn't take long at all if you have a good baseline. That's again this. If you have good baseline and you have stable face control this way, so the face isn't rotating and you have good path with the shaft on the baseline, this won't take you long at all. You're going to be hitting the lips, you're going to make some, it would just be a pace cake. Now when you get out, all of a sudden though, you get out here when you're having to hit it from 20 yards, working zone 3, which is a great way to do it, then it's different. It takes a little bit longer, but you still want to have the same goal. So I'll do it with just little bitty, shots like this, where I'm doing some little cross hand, traditional hand like this, and then I'll work a little bit further. I'll sometimes, if it gets too easy, which it can do that because the baseline controls everything, if you have the baseline here, you'll make a lot of shots that you used to not make. I'll open the face and start to hit more of a traditional pitch, more up and down, soft shots some days. So it's a fun game. You can make it as hard as you want. You can make it, if you get all that down, you take it to the flop shot or you take it to bunker shots, but it's 5 and out. Now where I came up with 5, I have no idea. It just seemed like the right number to get direct focus. 3 is too easy, 10 is too many, you start to lose focus, and that's what we typically find with better players as you start to trend down and they start to get really good at chipping, is they hit too many balls and they lose that direct focus like you would play, you know, out on the course and so forth. So that we want that not too many and not enough. If you find three's better than five, that's fine. But five has always worked really well for me, and so I really hope this helps you. It's a great skills challenge. We have many more. We'll be uploading this as we go, as the months go on, kind of through our system and what we see with the great players and some of the things that I've learned through them that will make your technique improve through the challenge versus trying to make your technique to get to the challenge. There's a combination of both, but this is certainly more of a mental thing to get direct focus. So, hope you have a great day.